Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, the chatter about the Lakon Type-8 is getting into a bit of a frenzy now. We're still a couple of months until August before it's actually released in-game. Will we see it as an early adopter? I don't know. Will we be able to buy it with ARCs? Again, I don't know. Is it going to be a case of in-game credits only? Again, we don't know. Information has been sparse. I mean, it was particularly interesting how Arthur Tomerley turned around and gave out some additional information at the end of the stream. Not to mention, as well, on a potential release date for Power Play 2. Also giving us the August release date for the Lakon Type-8. So, what's this new ship gonna get us? In the way of modules and hardpoint and speed? Well, let's dig into it and see what we can have a good think about. Well, if you were like me, we all went, ooh, and then we went, ah, and then we went, and then, ooh, and then, ah, again, as the new ship was revealed on Frontier Unlocked on the 26th of June 2024. Couple of things we can get from this video for the keen-eyed commander, and also an awful lot of potential builds are already coming in as well on the comments on some of the other videos on this ship that I've done. Worthwhile pointing out, this is a work in progress, as it says on the footage on the screen. It's very new, it's very painted yellow. There's no shading, there's no dirt, there's no grime on the ship, which why I think it looks a little bit, well, of course it's false because it's a game, but you know what I mean. It doesn't look lived in, it doesn't look used, and that I think is because it's a work in progress. It's a game, the model's there, I think the shading has to be put onto it as well. You know, an additional bit of lighting and shadows will make this ship look an awful lot better. At the moment, it looks like a kid's plastic toy that you've got, you know, that you didn't really want for Christmas. However, with these additional refinements to the art, I think it's going to look every way a working hauler, which is basically what it is. Everyone's been going on about how they like the nacelles opening up at the back. Also, the heat sinks. The heat sinks look a little bit Lego-like as well, is what people have been saying. And I get it. I do get it. But at least this in-game footage has given us a good idea of what's going on around in regards to this particular ship. Now, it's a new ship. It's not a variant. Okay. It's Lakon. We know this by the big honking cockpit on the front of it. But a lot of commanders are saying, ooh, yeah, I want it. Some are also a little bit disappointed in the fact on the hard points as well. There being 5 small and 1 medium. But let's take a closer look. Okay, first off the bat, we've got it confirmed. And I say confirmed. It's called a Type 8 transporter. There you go. There it is in game. Next up, what can we assume from this? Look at these heat vents here. You've got them in parity there and there. You've got them here. You've also got them at the top, up there, and you've also got them on the side. This is a ship running cold, or running cool. 2 pips to the engines, tinkling along at 27 on the heat scale. So that's pretty cool, no? Also, it's quintessentially Lakon. There it is. There's the old cockpit. A lot of people have been giving it a little bit of grief. Oh, I wish it was a better cockpit. It's a Lakon ship, and Lakon are renowned for bolting on existing bits of their ships onto their haulers. Look at the Type 6, the Type 7, the Type 9. You know, even the Type 10 Defender, to be perfectly honest. It's all the same sort of cockpit. It's their signature. Nice big, honking great big claws, landing gear. And of course, there, right there, is where your little man's, it's quite good to scale actually, can go in. And there's the entrance and egress point. So, good stuff so far. Now from the side-on view, we can see, yes, there's yet again more heat vents by there. That's to go with the ones that are all around the underside. This bit here is very interesting, and I'm sure are linked to the engines. When the engines start to part themselves, then of course, you know, that's going to twist as well. So that's going to be some sort of axle device. Something I was talking to Simon about after the event was the fact that now we're seeing a slight movement on the lights on the docking bay. You've also got these lovely sort of like puddles of light here as well on the ship. So the art department are going around quite considerably sticking on the running lights. Yes, we've seen running lights on other ships as well, but this one, very quintessential of the old Millennium Falcon. That, to me, that's what I think anyway. But yes, you've got the 4 big engines at the back, and yes, they do indeed move. Thrusters. Who doesn't love a good thrusting? Okay, so here we are. We have got thrusters here, thrusters there, and you can see all of those out the window, right? You know, from your field of view, which is great. You can see the vents as well out the window, which is great. We've got thrusters down there, and there'll be one over there as well, you know, that we can see at the moment from this particular view of the ship. So, like those thrusters, very quintessential, like I said in the little last bit there about it being very Millennium Falconish. And of course, you've got all these sort of like greeblies around here as well, you know, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It would be remiss of me not to mention the engines at the back, wouldn't it? Because, you know, that would be ridiculous. There you go. They expand outwards. If it's expanding when you hit boost, that would be something. Are they expanding once you get to a certain speed? Don't know. As you take off, they expand. So that could just be the answer. As soon as you take off, these things expand. Perhaps that thing in the middle there for a little bit of added art rotates, if you know what I mean, and then you're in full flight mode. Would be absolutely great. I'm very intrigued about there being a gun sort of like mounted here, right? Is that to cover your escape? I don't know. But you could certainly get your pews on there, couldn't you? You know? Pew, pew. Kaboom. Just my thoughts anyway. So this is the Type 6. Also by Lakon. Been in game for quite a while. Nippy little thing, I suppose. There you have it. Looks like a flying, well, like a flying nothing. But it's a good rescue ship, just for comparison. So, this is freshly bought from this station. No dramas. And if we look inside, with all its stock components, 2 pips to engineering on the engines, and we're tickling along at 157 and 35% on the temperature. Now, okay, this other ship, bearing in mind, we're assuming this is all stock, 27 on the heat, 153. And we know straight off the bat that these are basically class 5 thrusters, all right? So providing this is a stock ship, 153 class 5 thrusters, it's cooler than a Type 6, but not as quick, with 3 pips to the engines. So, something to consider. I was kind of hoping this would have been like a little bit nippier. Arthur did say it is a quick ship, so whether or not this is not indicative of what we're going to see or what, I don't know. But either way, at the moment, it's cooler than a Type 6, but not as fast. Right then, let's talk about the hard points. Let's talk about the things in the room, shall we? Hard points there and there. Those are too small. We've also been told there's going to be one above the cockpit. There. Or possibly even there, to be perfectly honest with you. So that's 3. So from this picture, what can we see? Well, not much, to be perfectly honest with you. Not much at all. Again, there's our hard points there. This is where the landing gear comes out. We've got our heat vents. because they're absolutely everywhere. This here looks like the hard point, the medium hard point, right there. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Difficult to ascertain where the other ones are, really, unless it's they're on the top. We got one above the cockpit, so they say, which is great. So that'll be up here. And then, oh yeah, look, hard point there, hard point there. Because they're so small, we don't get to see them. So there's one there, one there, one there, one there. Okay, so we're up to 4. The 5th is at top of the cockpit, and there's your medium. So that's your hard point placing. No dramas. So let's look at the stats breakdown. The Lakon Type-8 transporter has the following internals: a Class 5 FDS power plant, thrusters and fuel tank. Okay, fair enough. And then moving on to the core internal modules for a size 4. It's got a size 4 power distributor. Okay. The Lakon Type-8 transporter has a size 3 life support and size 3 sensors. And also then the optional internal modules, 1 size 1, 1 size 2, 1 size 4, 2 size 5, 3 size 6, and a whopping big size 7, with a maximum of 406 tons of max cargo. And this is basically what we know so far. So far. More news coming on the next Frontier Unlocked, and I'll see you soon.